Hey, Tina here. And this last week was my 43rd birthday. So today, oh, there we go. Cool. So today I'm just going to celebrate. And I actually did a live stream, or I thought I did. Thought I did is the key to that one. I just danced my butt off for half an hour and just thought I was sharing it with you all. So the truth is, this technology thing is becoming a little more second nature to me over time. And I can see now that I actually am streaming. So I hope that you join me for a little celebration of being in our bodies and of me turning 43 years old this Monday. So I invite you to just start to sink in, feel the music and the water of Mama Ocean moving through your bodies like I'm feeling, and just letting it carry you into a place that's good. And when I dance, I like to feel the elements. It's like a shamanic journey of my soul and my spirit, my mind and my body working together to really feel connected to the earth and to myself. And it's a prayer for healing of my mind and my body and my spirit, and that I can show up, a prayer that I show up the best I can in each moment. Yeah, yeah, And I like to bring everything to my dance. I like to bring my joy, my grief, my sadness, into my heart, my connection to the earth, my connection to others, softness, strength of the softness, the strength that is inherent in the softness of being able to feel ourselves, to allow our hearts to express themselves and our minds to work together with our hearts to create things that really have meaning in this world, and to share ourselves in meaningful ways. And you can connect with different spirit animals if you want to. Like, I like to just feel like I'm in the ocean swimming, or sometimes flying like a bird, like an eagle, lifting and gliding. Whatever energies you need to express, give yourself permission to just feel your breath moving and your body moving, and connect to what feels good for you and what you need. Let yourself feel your voice if you have the space right now to vocalize or to sigh. If you're in a space where you feel like you can move some of that energy that needs to move, let yourself do that. And even if you're in a place where you don't have as much space to move, I want to invite you and challenge you to sink in to your experience. And right now I'm sitting and I'm breathing and I'm feeling my body. It helps when you move and you have some breath going. Lifting and falling. Expand with your breath and then drop. You can do it smaller too. If you don't want to take so much space up, you can still feel your connection. In a way that feels good, just shifting your hips from left to right, letting your body sway and follow. I kind of wish I could see you guys dancing with me. That would be the most fun. This is my desk dance. I'm sitting at my desk. And the science of getting that breath moving through your body, it's really good for your nervous system. It really helps move anxiety. It helps to move any feelings of stuckness. It helps to really get you into your creative zone. When you connect to your body and your breath, and you don't worry about if it's perfect, that's a big key. I mean, you can try and do it perfect if you want to, but I like to do it what feels nourishing. And I like spirals a lot. I feel like spirals are really feminine and nourishing to the movements in my body. But you can also do some other types of movements from the 5 rhythms. So if you do really fluid kind of movement, that's feminine, watery. Or if you need to express some boundaries, you can do harder, staccato, quick movements. And then chaos, bringing together the two. Letting your body just move what it needs to move. And try those two. Try the flowing. See what that feels like as you move gracefully and flowing. And then see how you like that. And then see how you like when you move more staccato. And you can do this sitting even, you know. Boundaries. And then chaos. Both of them together. And then find your rhythm. Sinking in. And then when you find your rhythm, letting yourself sink into it, that feels good, and let yourself have some space. Letting your breath move. And try the whirling dervish, moving in spirals. Feeling your heart energy start to open up. Or maybe your head just get really dizzy. Just natural flow. And like I said, I was doing a stream a little while ago where I thought I was live streaming, but turns out I didn't have the live stream on. So I danced really hard then. I had the music kicked up to a faster tempo. So if that's something that you feel like you need, is that faster tempo, let yourself have that too. Moving more vigorously. Shaking out any energy that needs to move. Any place that you've been holding, just notice for a moment how your body feels right now. Take a moment just to sense your neck, your shoulders. And then let yourself begin to move into those areas that feel like they need a little more blood flow and ease. And just really let yourself get silly with it. Let yourself just see what your body feels like when you move. Pretend you're an animal. I just got this urge. This is normally what I do with kids, but pretend you're an elephant. Just inviting some room for play, because this time, I don't know about you, but being inside so much reminds me of being a kid. So it brings out a lot of those emotions from when I was young that I'm learning how to move in healthier ways. Swimming. I like to feel like I'm swimming. One of my favorite elements is water. And then notice if there's any part of your body that you haven't yet moved, that you really want to move. So check in. Let's see. My low back. Maybe my toes want some more music, more movement. So I'm going to do that. So for low back, there's engaging and then stretching to get blood flow in there. Engage, stretch, engage, stretch. And use your breath, because that's going to help your nervous system open up and relax as you're moving. And that breath really processes a lot of things. It really allows things to open up that we've been holding on to in our bodies. It helps us to let them go. To reconnect with what feels right and true and good for us, for me, for you. Just see what that is for you. For me, I feel like I need to just hang and rest for a minute, not put any effort into anything. So I'm letting my arms just dangle, letting my back gently pulse, shaking out my arms. Just letting the healing power of music come in and do its magic. Feeling a lot more spacious now than I was earlier. And then settling back into your body and your breath and noticing what you need now. If there's any being in these last 10 minutes that you want to be present with in your body and your breath, I invite you Give yourself that space for it right now. For me, I'm totally giving myself space to not be perfect and to not have it all together and all planned, but to develop that capacity and skill through experience and fumbling through things that I'm not yet comfortable with. But I'm learning. And I know that we are each adjusting right now to different circumstances, either for ourselves or for ones that we love. And I bring that all into my dance, this prayer, that I can trust this process and I can keep breathing through it, not close down. And when I do notice myself close down, I was really closing down yesterday. I had a tremendous amount of self-judgment and fear and self-doubt. And, those moments come up for all of us. And I know that those are the moments where I've got to keep bringing awareness to myself. And yesterday, what that looked like was doing a little bit of reading. I read a chapter in Pema Chodron's Start Where You Are. And it was about bringing lightness to your practice. And if you don't know who Pema Chodron is, she's a Buddhist monk, and she writes about how to be connected to your awareness and your spiritual practice. And I really resonate with a lot of things she says, because she's really good. I remember listening to a book on tape of hers before I moved to Colorado. And I was actually going through a divorce, and my last name was Walton at that time, but my family's name is Tongen. And I wanted a new opportunity, a new life for myself. I wanted to really step into my power. So a friend had suggested that I come up with my own new last name and just name myself whatever I wanted to name myself. And that sounded really exciting, except for it was really weird, because the word I really liked was vitale, and I was, how old was I at the time? I was like 27, 28, 29. I was 27 at that time. And, I wanted to really live a vital life. And so when I thought about the name Tina Vitale, it felt really powerful, but it felt Italian, and it didn't feel like me. So then I started to look into Nordic words that I could take on, because my family is all Norwegian. Let me turn that volume down. And I'm actually really excited to get to share this story, because I don't think my mom has heard it, or my sister. So hopefully they'll get to check it out. But yeah, so when I was taking on a new last name, I was wondering what, like butterfly, transformation, and I don't even know if I'm going to say this right, but in Norwegian, that word is sommerflugel. So Tina Sommerflugel. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. So then I was racking my brain trying to think of something perfect. And I was listening to Pema Chodron one day, a book on tape. And I can't even remember which one it was, but she was talking about Tongen meditation. And I tuned in. I was like, what is she talking about? Because that sounds like my last name. And when she talked about what it was, it really struck me, because in Tongen, what you do is you transform painful energy, but you don't try to eradicate the painful energy. You just learn to be more present with it through breathing. And so what you do is you breathe in and you let yourself feel the pain in yourself, in your close loved ones, in your friends, and in the world. And you let yourself just be aware of that pain as you breathe in. And you might feel your breath holding back, like not really wanting to breathe all of that in. But that's part of the practice of Tongen, is just noticing where you are and bringing kindness to yourself as well. Like, and just noticing what's actually happening. And then as you breathe out peace, and you envision the good things and feel all of the really good things that are in this world. And you just keep working with both of those energies. And I don't know if I'm explaining it, as a Tonglen practitioner or teacher would explain it, but for me, it's the breathing in of the things that are uncomfortable and being present with that, those feelings and those thoughts, and then really working with that in your own awareness and breathing out peace and light and love and connection and stability and appreciation. So when I heard that, I was like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take back my last name. I don't want my last name to be Tonglen. I don't want to change it at all. I want to take back my last name of Tongen. That is my family's name, and really work with any difficulties that I felt as a child, as I felt as somebody who's inherited my family lineage, so much, there's so many things that I rejected about my family and about myself. And sometimes you think you just want to be opposite of your family in some ways. And it's, taken me a really long time to come to terms with the parts of my family that I had rejected and realize how potent they are in me and how they've really helped me to become a full person. And give me a full range of human experience, and how grateful I am for that, when I don't try to close myself down and try to be calm and, hold space for, I love that part of me that can do that can be calm and quiet and just really appreciate things from an internal space. But my family is crazy loud. And they're kind of, I judge them a lot as being obnoxious, but they're funny as shit. I can't lie. And their hearts are so huge. And now I appreciate those parts in me too. And it's the chaos, and the chaos of being alive and accepting that too. And being able to move with the chaos and to feel the connection with the elements and the earth, and how much I feel that. And also knowing how important it is to develop the capacities of the structured mind and being able to bring things into existence with collaboration and business skills and planning and consistency. And that's the part that my partner Neil really calls me into. So I thank him for that in all of its challenges. And I wish for each one of you, as I said, I just turned 43, so on Monday. And so I just want to send out, I've been pretty reflective this past week, and just want to send out some of my wishes for myself and my wishes for this world. And that is that we can each bring more communication between our hearts and our minds, and include our bodies, and then share that with one another to be more engaged with creating things that are meaningful. So, and we each have our challenges in that, as do I. So just showing up and doing my best, and I wish for each of you a really beautiful week. Embodied blessings, Tina.